Yeah. Y'all watching the Ethiks Mixtape show, and I'm your host, Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. Basically, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Basically. Yo, what up? Yo, what's going on? Thank y'all for watching a new episode of the Ethiks Mixtape show. Yo, on my Instagram, not my all Instagram followers. I'm fucking up. Anyway, anyone that's on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram. I got 2 Instagram accounts, Grind Ethiks Mixtape Show and Grind Ethiks Media. You could check out my music reviews and you could check out my fashion reviews. I write a bunch of reviews on different clothing brands that you probably don't know about, and also a bunch of artists and also beat makers as well. And also anyone that liked this episode of the Grind Ethiks Mixtape Show, I'll be very grateful if anyone can make a friendly donation. The link is Grind Ethiks Cash App, Grind Ethiks Cash App, Grind Ethiks Venmo for those who got Venmo, and also for your PayPal heads, I'm on Grind Ethiks Media, not just Grind Ethics, but Grind Ethiks Media at PayPal. All right. Basically, and I'm thriving to basically finish up the studio. I need lights, tripods. I could use a tablet, camcorder. Need to finish up the studio. Also, I'm building up a marketing campaign that I need more money for, so I could really build up a bigger fan base and have others promote my show other than myself. I'm a beast when it comes to promotions, but I'm not 1,000 people. Okay? I'm still one person. Oh yeah, by the way, for all your clothing heads, your clothing brand heads, or anybody that's just interested in these type of hats, I got plain fried rice hats, okay? Just plain hats, no logos, no pictures, no images. If you have your own clothing brand, holla at me, man. Yo, I'm bumping these hats for $5 for all your clothing brand heads. Less than a dime piece, less than $10. $5. You could put your logo on here. You could put your image or whatever, words, whatever, and snapback. All snapbacks. I could get more colors. Whatever color you need, I could get it. Just tell me what colors you need. These are only colors I got so far. But if you need multiple colors, just holler at me and I'll get it for you. And it's only $5 each. I'll mail it to you. I don't care if you're in Alaska, okay? Or Hawaii or whatever. You could be in Nigeria, Liberia, Saudi Arabia. I don't care where you at. I can mail this to you. $5 each, yeah. $5 each US dollars. Okay? If you have if you're trying to build a clothing line, or if you have a clothing line that exists already, but you need snapback hats, hey, I'm the man to go to. I'll sell it to you wholesale price because you're gonna sell it anyway for $20, $30, whatever. Some of y'all might sell these for $50. I don't know, and I don't really care. but I'm letting y'all know you're getting it for a good price from yours truly, Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. Basically. Anyway, that's not what the show is about. I want to talk to y'all entrepreneurs, okay? Y'all entrepreneurs / 9-to-5ers that's having a hard time juggling your 9-to-5 job and a business at the same time. You work under your own time, part-time, but on the side, you work full-time for an institution, a company, or organization, whatever. You punch in, punch out. You can't just leave anytime you want. You got to ask somebody to go on vacation, whatever. Some of y'all who are 9-to-5ers / entrepreneurs, y'all fortunate that you ain't got no problems juggling a 9-to-5 and a business at the same time. But I'm talking to the ones who having a hard time juggling a job and a business at the same time. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, right? I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. Y'all going to have to make a decision. But I'm telling y'all, you might have to quit your job. And that's the topic of the show. You might have to quit your job, my nigga. My nigga. Or my niggerettes. You might have to quit your job. I'm sorry to say. I'm not forcing you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your job. But if you're having a hard time juggling a 9-to-5 and let's say your 9-to-5 job, it don't have to be a 9-to-5. It could be a part-time job, right? Let's say your part-time job or your full-time job, whatever, is kind of conflicting with your business life. You're not making that much money, or you coming home mad, tired from your 9-to-5 or your part-time job or whatever, because your job is really swamping you with work, or your manager is a real a-hole and he's giving you unnecessary work. He's giving you extra work that's making you extra tired, or your part-time or your job is forcing you to do overtime. You know what I mean? And you always swamp. You're so swamped to the point where you ain't got no time. You ain't got no time to handle your business. Your business that you love, the business that you got passionate for. I don't know. Some of y'all might hate your job, or some of y'all might love your job, or some of y'all might like it, or some of y'all might tolerate enough. I don't know. But some of y'all are having a hard time. You coming home, like I said, whatever the situation is, you're not giving too much light or too much energy or attention to your business because of your regular job, because of your part-time, or let's say your full-time job, or whatever. Listen, I've never been a fan of juggling a passion and a regular job at the same time, because naturally, by nature, I never supposed to work a regular job or work for anybody. Naturally, I'm just a free-spirited person. So it's like I'm not supposed to be conventional. But this is not about me. This is about y'all. This is about y'all. And like I said, you might have to quit. I'm not telling y'all to quit, but you might have to quit your job. You might have to quit your job. I'm here to make y'all think. Okay? I'm here to help y'all make a decision. It doesn't matter whether I like it or not. It's not my life, it's your life. Live your life. Live your life. Mama used to say. I love that song. But anyway, yeah, it's up to y'all, man. It's up to y'all. And if you want somebody to tell you what to do, I don't know, maybe go watch Gary Vee or Grant Cardone. No disrespect to those fellas, but I actually watch them though too. I'm actually a fan of these two entrepreneurs, but I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna quit your job? Or are you gonna stay at your job? Because if you stay at your job, you might not be able to really give a certain amount of attention to your business. So what you gonna do? And I'm gonna ask you through this whole episode, what you gonna do? While I'm drinking my drugs, what y'all gonna do, man? Are you gonna get a job that's not gonna be too conflicting with your with your business, what you gonna do? And what makes it hard is a lot of some of y'all that's watching, y'all might have real good jobs, real good salaries, to the point where you might be too comfortable at that job, but it's still straining you to the point where you can't give the right amount of attention to your business or to your passion. You know, and it's harder when you make more money. It's harder when you make real good money. It's harder when you make, like, let's say 95,000. Or let's say you live down south somewhere. You live in the southern part of America where $80,000, $85,000 is like, wow, because the cost of living in that region is real cheap. So you might find a hard time. Because like I said, money could do two things to you. It could enslave you and it could free you. So you might be enslaving yourself because you're getting paid 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 a year. I don't know, at your job. So it's kind of hard to quit it. You might have enough money to quit. You might have more than enough money to quit and go and become a full-time entrepreneur. But you're like, damn, but the money is so nice, and the benefits and the pension. You're enslaving yourself, okay? I'm going to keep it real. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you straight up. You're enslaving yourself because the money's good, right? And you might not even like your job, but your job is paying you a good salary. You know, so what you going to do? Are you going to quit the job? Are you going to get another job that's less conflicting or not conflicting at all? Or you gonna become a full-time entrepreneur. Be like, fuck it. I'm jumping out the window. Fuck it. You know? Me personally, I decided to start working that part-time, full-time lifestyle, or that job lifestyle. Last time I worked was for AM. Was back in 2011. I worked at AM New York News, passing out free newspapers or passing out free propaganda. And I hated that shit. Even though it taught me about promotions and marketing and stuff like that, I hated that job. I really hated that job. I had to wake up early in the morning to get to the job site at 6, 7 o'clock to pass out newspapers to a lot of people who didn't want to pass it. And then I had to stress people to pass. I had to it's like I had to sell people free newspapers. Okay. I had to convince people to take a free newspaper. So it's like I'm selling without selling. I had to actually sell people free newspapers. Anyway, I hated that job. I'm glad I'm not there no more. But yeah. And I made a decision. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm quitting. And I'm not going back. I'm not looking back. First of all, I got that job because of my ex-girlfriend. She was like, yo, if you don't get a job, blah, 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 we can't be together. Even though I was still running the streets, making money anyway as a street vendor. But it's whatever. Fellas, if you're a free-spirited person like myself, you're not conventional, you know what I'm saying? And you get with a conventional woman, you know, you might have to dump her ass. Because if she's trying to convince you or force you to get a job and be like, you either get a job or me and you can't be together. You either get a job or if not, me and you can't be together. Listen, dump her. Okay? Break up. She's not the woman for you. Okay? Anyway, that's not what the show's about. But yeah, you got to make that decision. You know, I made that decision. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going back. And if I can help it, I will never go back to that job lifestyle. I mean, I already have a job. I'm a street vendor. I'm self-employed. That's a job. But as far as working for somebody's schedule, I'm not doing that. Or being stuck in somebody's time zone. If I could help it, I would never do that again in my life. Never, never. Y'all different. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying what I wouldn't do. But what y'all gonna do? Are you gonna quit that job? Are you gonna quit your job? Matter of fact, now for those who work low level jobs, for those who work, you might have a job that pay you $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year, whatever. A job that don't pay you that much money. You might want to consider working with Uber Eats or Caviar or DoorDash. She always looking for new freelance workers. And the beautiful thing about being a freelance delivery person is you work in your own hours, your own days. You can work any days you want. We can work any hours you want. If you want to work 2-3 days a week, you can. If you want to work part-time, make a little couple of $100s on the side, or make a little $500 a week, you can, and still pay your rent, still pay the rest of your bills. And then you got more energy. And more, and you're paying your business more attention. You might want to do that. You might want to do that. Or you might want to take up some of these, take up one of these remote jobs where you could work at home behind the computer. You might want to do that. I mean, those type of jobs are like 9-to-5 jobs. You have to spend 8 hours behind the computer talking to people, whatever, or doing what you got to do. But at least you're in your house. You could work on your business and work at the 9-to-5 job on the low. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, it's up to you. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna keep asking you this question. What you gonna do? Are you gonna quit your job or you gonna keep it? What you gonna do? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. What you gonna do? It's up to you. It's up to y'all. These are nice hats, by the way. Oh man, it's like I'm waiting for y'all to talk to me or give me an answer, but I can't even, This is like a pre-recorded episode, but what you gonna do, yo? Are you gonna quit your job? Yo, big shout out to John Logic. What you gonna do, Logic? Are you gonna quit your job or you gonna keep it? Are you gonna be a full-time entrepreneur? Quit your job to be a full-time entrepreneur? Yo, big shout out to John Logic from I Rent Studios, man. I Rent Studios. Holla at my man if you need somebody to help you produce your a podcast show or any podcast or any ideas you have of a podcast. My man Logic is the man for the job. What you say? Oh, I just got here. I don't know the content of the question. Oh, okay. The topic of the show is you might have to quit your job, right? I'm talking to people who are entrepreneurs slash 9-to-5ers or 9-to-5ers who have a hard time paying attention to their business because they so swamped from their 9-to-5 job. They're juggling between their 9-to-5 life and their business life. So I'm telling people, I'm not telling nobody to quit their job. I'm just asking people, what you gonna do? Are you gonna keep your job or you gonna quit your job so you could have full attention, give your business your undivided full attention. So what you gonna do, Logic? Are you gonna quit your job or you gonna, you know what I'm saying? or you gonna quit your job? I mean, are you gonna quit your job or you gonna keep your job? That's up to you. And then again, Logic, I don't even know if you're working a 9 to 5 job. I don't know. You know, you might be a full-time podcast producer because you told me you produce like 30 shows. So I don't know if you produce 30 shows. I don't know how you can have time to have even a part-time job. So I don't know. But anyway, I know that's a hard decision. I know it's a hard decision, to make. Okay, Logic is a full-time producer because Logic always been a businessman / 9 to 5er. You know what I mean? Since I known him, but he quit his 9 to 5. I guess when you quit your job. Matter of fact, you should call me right now. We should have a little conversation. Yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna stop this. Hold up. Oh, you was ready to quit the industry. Wow. You was ready to quit your business? Yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back because I don't want this to be too long. I'm gonna come back. Y'all make that decision or whatever. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk to my brother Logic, and I'm out. Well, I'm gonna come back. Anyway, anyone that liked this episode, you can hit me with a donation if you want. The link is Grind Ethiks Cash App. Grind Ethiks Cash App. I'm also on Venmo under Grind Ethiks, and I'm also on Grind Ethiks Media under PayPal. PayPal at Grind Ethiks Media. Okay. Oh, you say keep it going? But I don't want to go like an hour. You know what I'm saying? You know how people's attention span. Okay, I'll keep it going if you invite people, bro. Because you're the only one that's watching right now. I'll keep it going if you invite people. You know what I'm saying? Tell people about the damn a concept. Even stay live. Okay, I'm gonna stay live. I'm gonna call you now, bro. Logic wants me to call him now. I'm gonna call Logic. My shit is off right now, man. I gotta pay my bill. You hear this? I gotta pay my bill, man. I'll pay that shit tomorrow, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you from the other phone. Hold up. Hold up. Yo, did I get the phone number right? Hold up. Yo, Logic, why don't you call me, man? You can still call me on my cell phone, but I can't call you. Hold up. 71329. Okay, this is pretty interesting, peoples. So what you're gonna do? Are you gonna quit your job, or you gonna or you gonna become a full-time business owner, peoples? Let me know. Yo, what up? What's going on, Logic? I'm here on the phone with my brother, the founder of iRant Studio. Hey, what happened? What's going on? What the fuck? Hello?
Nah, bro, I was just fucking with you, bro. I just put a little sound effects in the mix. You heard?
Okay. So what's going on, man? So you say you was about to quit the industry?
I'm joking, but today just was one of those days where I was just rubbed the wrong way a few times, and to be honest, working for yourself is not really working for yourself, right? Working for yourself.
Nah, not really.
Means, you still have a boss, and your boss is your client, and your clients can be just as annoying as having a boss. And or maybe even more so because they can hold over your head their business, right? So, like, I never really been scared to lose a job, and not necessarily never scared to lose a client neither. But if I lose a client, that's if I lose, right? Whereas, if I got a job and I lose the job, I can go on unemployment, whatever. Or if I piss my boss off, it don't matter. They gotta have a real reason to fire me. There's a lot of protections in place when having a job, right? Or a career, because like you said, as long as you know me to work. And as long as you know me, I've had a career, which was youth development and community empowerment, and been able to work in doing something I was passionate about, but also get a check while doing it. Real quick, I just want to say it's not just me on the line. A&S is here too.
Hey, A&S! We having a party. Chicken and beef party. What's going on? What's going on, A&S? Welcome to the Grind Ethiks Mixtape show.
Yeah, I'm here, but not here.
He's here. I don't know what he's talking about, man.
Yo, A&S be losing me sometimes. I love you, A&S, but. He's too cool. He's too cool for school, man. Yo, so let me ask you a question. Right? You there?
Yeah.
So if you had a problem juggling your business and your 9-to-5 job, what would you do? Would you quit or keep the 9-to-5 job and figure something out? Because you're a worker, you're an entrepreneur, and you're a 9-to-5er too.
Well, it's a great question. A little backstory. Publicly, I'll share this.
Okay.
I recently got injured in 2021 on the job at FedEx corporate. I currently recovering from severe injuries and still dealing with these severe injuries. So all I do now is just go to therapy. So I'm not in a position to work or be able to do for myself in regards to such until my workers' comp case settles, which would be soon. So I'm not in a capacity to do entrepreneurial activities such as podcasting, performing, anything of that such. So that's what I mean. I'm here, but not here.
Okay.
So I can't involve myself in anything in that capacity.
Yeah, okay, I get you, A. And I just want to say for the record, let the record show that he's just on the phone with me, and I'm the one doing all the work right now, right? Because you called me and I passed you through to the phone call because we was just actually listening to you at the same time, So that's why I was like, call me so I can patch it through. But that makes sense, and that makes sense.
But A&S, I mean, let's say if that wasn't a situation. Let's say you wasn't injured. Let's say you was perfectly fine or whatever, but you had a conflict between juggling your business and your job, whether it's a part-time job or a full-time job, what would you do? Would you actually quit that job or keep your job?
It's a good question. I would try my best to, because we all need some form of consistency and with income. So I would try to keep it until I could scale my business to where I don't have to depend on the income of a job. That's how I would do it. But if I see I got great potential and everything is working, I would definitely quit the 9 to 5 and work on my business.
But what about if you're having real trouble juggling both things? You know what I'm saying? To the point where you thinking about quitting because it's not, your business is your passion, and it's not really, you're still making money off your business, but you might be making more money at your job, and it's like you're in a situation where you might have to quit in order for your business to flourish.
Right. I'm not scared of taking the sacrifice or the risk and a leap of faith and believing in myself, because that's what you're doing. You're believing in yourself and your capabilities and your skill sets that you could provide to a client as a service, no matter what it is. So you gotta have the confidence within myself, and I have that self-confidence, and I will do it.
Okay.
And go through what they call it.
Sorry about that, guys. And as you can repeat yourself, I actually had something playing at the same time.
Yeah, I would say, I have that self-confidence, so I believe in myself. We're going to make mistakes, but during the mistakes is lessons. You take notes, you walk with that notebook, and you take notes, and you're going to get better. And then you could assist others from making those mistakes, and that's what makes you more valuable.
Exactly. Okay.
So I guess he's saying he would. He would.
That's cool. That's cool. Anybody that's on the chat. Go ahead.
I think he says something. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry about that, Victor.
Go ahead.
But I think it's worth noting one of the things he said, and we can get into that because this is my advice to most people. What he initially said, which is like, you want to make sure your business is in a place where you can actually quit. Now, what you're describing is if your business is thriving and it's taking a lot of your time, which your business will take a lot of your time regardless, right? I'm assuming that means you got clientele, got work, and you may take a pay cut, but you're not necessarily not getting paid. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, if you just like, if it's a passion project, for the most part, follow me, and you're putting your extra time into it and all of that, you still might be putting a lot of time into it. That doesn't mean it's making you enough money to at least sustain your bare minimum.
Yeah.
So I always encourage people to try to do both for as long as possible. And then when you get to a place where you can afford to be, and then also save up. That's another thing, right? Like if like I was able to, like, between working those salary jobs and even in between the salary jobs I was in my field, I would be on unemployment. I was able to always use that money and put it into my business for one. Right, like the extra money. I didn't use the extra money as like extracurricular money outside of probably some trees. Right, I didn't use it to go clubbing. I already knew how to go to parties that made sense, which would mostly be networking parties, industry parties, if you will, which are usually free. Right, I'm not going on the weekends to parties where I gotta pay an arm and a leg to get in and hope to get in. And
Exactly.
And pay extra because I want to wear my hat or some sneakers. You know what I mean? So, I was able to like put money into my business and also like, have a little nest egg, right? And then, so I wanted to say that, and then I'll just throw on, and I'm, hit the floor. I just want to throw on top of that, Actually, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. I was burning big. Go ahead.
I said I was burning.
I was burning, brother. Oh no, it came back to me.
Okay. Oh, sure. You must be smoking some weed that make you forget and then make you remember shit.
Remember, Berry. Anyway, what I was gonna say is our age plays a part in this too, and or the amount of responsibilities that person has. Some people have a lot of responsibilities in their early, teens. I mean, they late. Some people have to leave school even, but just to survive sometimes, right? Or some people don't have the luxury of going to college because they don't live at home, or you know what I mean. That their parents, or they may not have reliable parents, or whatever the case may be, right? And they have no choice but to go get it, right? But with our age, it's like an extra burden because it's like we don't really have that time to play with it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you already been doing what it is you do for a certain amount of years. Whereas when we started everything we were doing, we all were either in our teens or early 20s.
Yeah.
In college, I know you did a lot of work when you was in college.
Yeah.
And turning in the industry and all of that. When I was in college, I had an organization that allowed me to network with different companies and actually be of assistance to the people I networked with in the industry. So therefore, I wasn't just the average person talking to them. When we met at a college concert, Viktory.
Yeah, we met at Hunter College. I forgot who performed that day. It was Rugged Man and Immortal Technique. Yeah, that and your homegirl Amanda Diva was there. Was hosted.
Well, that's not my homegirl.
That's why I said it. Listen, Amanda Diva. Listen, I got love for you. Okay, you know what I'm saying. My brother Logic don't like. You know what I mean? You still my boo. You still my boo thing. Okay, Amanda, you still my boo thing.
It's all good. But listen, she was there. Also, Monster Island. Rest in peace to Majesty.
Rest in peace. Oh yeah, I remember. Yo, when you said Majesty, his face just got his face, his image was just all up in my head now. Like, rest in peace to Majesty, man. Majesty could have been like, he could have been. Well, he was big to us. He was big to us.
He was big to us, and his legacy lives on because the initiative he started before he passed away, which was Legendary Ciphers, still go on to this day. To this day, they still host Legendary Ciphers in Union Square Park. It's so.
I was there for one of them too.
It's so crazy. One of my favorite R&B singers, whose name is Gregory Porter, who's an older brother who didn't blow up till he was older, right? Speaking of the topic that we at hand, right? He even pulled up on the Legendary Ciphers. They had like legit cameos pull up. Homegirl who played Catwoman in Gotham pulled up one time. You know what I mean? Like, people pull up to Legendary Ciphers, and it created community of MCs who continue to sharpen their sword and foster a community to this day. So he is big, you know what I mean? Not even just to us, like his legacy is big in hip hop, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
Grace to peace to our brother. And he was somebody who I known to be more passionate about his career as an MC and as an advocate and an activist more than any job, you know what I mean? That dude put it down.
Yeah, exactly. Rest in peace to Majesty, man.
Rest in peace. So we I was just telling A&S, man, because A&S said he was tight about how people were acting about Kevin Samuels, and I said, one thing I can say is he did what he came here to do. So that's the other attribute to this conversation, right? Like, you got to do what you're here to do. So I've never been to answer your question. I know I got a little long-winded, stepped on the soapbox, but to answer your question, I've never been afraid to sacrifice a job. I mean,
and actually, you have before. I remember back when while we was producing the Monkey Gang movie. In the middle of that, you just quit your job. I think back in 2010, 2011.
I didn't quit. What happened was I remember I had a training I had a training to do for that job. And I literally, and this is crazy, this story is very much involved in what you're saying, right? I had a training for this job. The training gave me college credits. It also was something that allowed me to train other people, right, in this particular field, which is youth advocacy. So I had this training, and the training was, I want to say, a few months. So it was a class. It gave you college credits and everything, right? And on the last day of the training, I think we had a test or some shit. On the last day of the training was the day we had our first screening for Monkey Gang, the mockumentary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the training, but I'm like, you know what? I can't even be here. I got a whole movie screening at a movie theater this evening. I can't even be here right now. This is crazy. I can't do this. And I dipped out early when I wasn't supposed to. I couldn't, and it affected my completion of that course. Because that day was like that important. And then plus, you know, there were a couple other things I had to like loose ends that I had because I was doing so much. But I didn't necessarily get fired for that. But I did sacrifice the training, which probably wasn't a good look because my job was paying for the training. So you know what I mean? I did put it all on the line just to make sure one screening went well. And that one screening wasn't going to mean that I was necessarily going to be able to feed myself off of being a filmmaker. But I felt that the screening going off without a hitch was more important than my 9 to 5 at that point.
Okay. So people that's watching, I hope y'all made a decision yet. But then again, I don't expect you to make a decision in the middle of this episode. Maybe after this episode. It could be a month, 2 months, maybe another year. I don't know. But we're just talking to y'all.
It's a good topic, man. It's a good topic, though, man.
Yeah, because you know a lot of gurus. Well, I'm not a guru, but you know a lot of podcasters, vloggers tell people what to do, and sometimes I do tell people what to do. But in this episode, I'm like, you know what? Let the audience make their own decision.
Right, that's a smart thing. I usually do that with my audiences. Like I always tell them, make your own decision. I have a disclaimer at the beginning of a lot of the shows I produce.
Yeah, I'm just here to help people. I'm not a ghetto therapist without a license. You know.
Well, you are, because I needed to have that discussion though, because I didn't. You know, the reason I said that joke earlier is because it's not that I really want to quit, but it crossed my mind today. It crossed my mind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It crossed my fucking mind. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather deal with one annoying person than, you know, like you said, at any given time I can produce 30 to 40 shows. And this is no shot at the people I produce for, but I deal with a lot of personalities between that and everything else I have to do for my business, because that's not the bulk of my business, right? Well, it is a lot of my business, but that's not all of my business, right? I do a lot more than produce these shows. I'm still a filmmaker, so I'm still in the works of making films with people. When I'm not doing that, I'm producing more than podcasts. I'm producing virtual conferences and shit like that. I'm doing edits for people. I'm producing commercials, promos for people. You know what I mean? People are sending me their footage and saying, edit this video, or this, you know. So I do a lot, you know, outside of just producing those shows, right? And I'm legit growing my company to distribute all of this content that I'm involved with producing. So that's a lot of people I gotta at one time, you know, a lot of personalities that I gotta manage. Not meaning I gotta make them move the way I want them to move, meaning I gotta manage how I move with them.
Exactly.
I'm a human too. Somebody might say something to me that rubbed me wrong, and now I might respond in kind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if I respond in a way where it's like, yo, I feel like I read some subtext in your shit, now I give you this what you did back, you know, it's too much, bro. It can get too much sometimes. So, and it can also create a lot of anxiety, bro. I also just joined the board of directors for the Queens World Film Festival, which is the first film.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I remember the Queen. But actually, it was 11 years ago when we won the award. 2012?
It was 2012.
Oh, I thought that was 2011. Okay.
It was 2012. We started screening in 2011, but that came in 2012. And 10 years later to the date, I got the phone call to to be on the board.
Wow.
2012. We screened in March 2012, and March 2022, I got the phone call that I was being considered to be on the board, and then they confirmed it later that month, right? So, you know, I deal with a whole lot of fucking personalities at one time.
Yeah.
A whole lot. And sometimes that shit gets overwhelming, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, whether you in the 9-to-5 world or the business world, you're still gonna deal with a-holes regardless, man. It don't even matter.
I'm not calling people a-holes, though.
It's politics.
Hold on, I gotta stop because I don't want it to be. You already told man the demon I don't like her. Okay, we're not gonna call my clients a-holes, all right?
But I'm saying, but that's what you.
No, hold on. Listen, I just want to say this. I won't put the disclaimer. It's less about you and more about the disclaimer, right? I just want to say that it's not that my clients are assholes. It's we're all humans, bro. We're personalities and strengths and weaknesses, and we gotta communicate with each other. And you're not always gonna communicate right, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not that anyone is wrong or right. It's just that communicating with people is not an exact science. And as A&S would say, and I think we should let A&S talk real quick, he would break it down to your zodiac. So according to him, I got a less than the amount of people I probably could work with. Because you got to be born in this month and that time and that year for me to even have a good working relationship with you according to A&S, right? So, and I don't deal with that. I'm like, yo, I take it all. Whoever, who want to work, you just work, right? I don't give a fuck when you was born, what time of day, whatever, fuck all that. We gonna work. And if A&S is right, which there's truth to everything, right? There's a lot of room for the conflict or disagreement, to say the least. A&S.
Let me chime in. If it is a zodiac to deal with all the personalities, when you go look it up, I didn't say this. Gemini.
My brother's a Gemini.
Right. Gemini. If you go look at Geminis they in a crowd. They could deal with groups of people. They come with the entourage. You know what I'm saying? They heavily. You know who's close to Gemini? Right after the Cancers, because we connect. We like to connect this between the Geminis and here. We like to connect this. I like to care about my connections. You know what I'm saying? I take care of shit. But Geminis communicate and bring the different dynamics and aspects that, oh, this could work, that could work, the different strategies and tactics that could go along with these things. You see what I'm saying?
And I am a Gemini.
Oh, I didn't know you was a Gemini. My brother is a Gemini. He's 26 of this month.
Yeah, I'm June 3rd. You know. So,
June. Okay.
You know, I guess I got to do what I'm here to do, right? Shit. But at the same time, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. That's why I legit today was just like, yo, I could just go back to working a job, yo. I could just go back to my career.
But you wouldn't be completely happy. I know you already, bro.
I can't disagree with you. Like, I would need some form of artistic expression.
Exactly.
I would still need some. And I will always still be the type of person to notice a fucking good business opportunity when I see it.
Exactly.
I will also be that person. So you probably right, because I would probably feel like I'm leaving money on the table, or opportunity on the table, or experience on the table. Because I will always recognize shit. And it's funny you say that, because as I was thinking about it, that's kind of one of the things that came to my mind. Like I was imagining myself going back to just working full time for an agency and meeting somebody young does what I did. And how would I approach that? That's how far I went into thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, I would have to tell this young person I will support you, and I will also have to not try to make my bad experiences. I would have to try not to put that on them, like watch out for this and watch out for that, and you can't do this because of that. I have to also be mindful of that shit. be able to give that game if they ask for it. But at the same time, I will be a whole superhero that put his cape down to put a uniform on top of it and acting like I don't have that uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or some like in the movies where you see they gotta come and get the superhero and be like, we need you to come back. And he's an old nigga, but he's still that nigga. You can still see that he that nigga under that long ass beard and shit. He's like, man, I don't do that shit no more. We need you. I'm not a superhero. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I would still feel the need to support somebody that did what I did, or you know, yeah, man, you're probably right, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But this shit ain't easy.
It's not easy. For those who are not entrepreneurs, or for those who thinking about being an entrepreneur and you getting caught up in these fake gurus with their rented Ferraris or whatever, listen. Do not Airbnbs that they rented. Yo, listen, do not fall for the trick. This entrepreneurship shit is not sexy at all. This is not. I love it. It's not, but it's not sexy.
The reward is sexy, but it's hard work. It's consistency. The reason why I was upset, and you know, I'm inspired. I mentioned a lot. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I was mentioning before all this light came to The Godfather. Then I come to realize, I said, yo, I want to do a show about the man and woman. But I want to, right? And I watch how everybody gonna go, oh.
Yeah, they're gonna try to fill the vacuum. They're gonna try to fill the Kevin Samuels vacuum. That's a fact. But yo, unless you continue, as you're right, and we can cut Viktory off because he's the ghetto therapist, and we need therapy right now.
Well, a therapist supposed to listen most of the time. But anyway, for those who's watching, what you gonna do? Are you gonna quit your job, or you gonna keep your job and figure out how you're gonna run this business and whatever? You know what you gonna do? And as a disclaimer, I can't really call myself a therapist because I don't got no license. So as a disclaimer, I'm not really a therapist. You know.
Well, it's mental health awareness month, and you may not be our therapist, but you're a counselor. You're a counselor.
I'm a counselor. Oh, yeah. Oh man, but.
Nah, it's just amazing. Like, you know, this is Mental Awareness Month, and the things that occurred along this month, or from the beginning of this year to this month that we in. Like, this has been a real. You gotta get your mind right.
Gotta get your mind right.
Yo, listen, for everybody, okay, social media, managing people, your Instagram page is now your new job, because people is posing for these pictures and posting and taking all these comments to the heart and quick to go and they pay. That's your job. Is your social media page your new job, asking everybody? Because now you are the celebrity. You don't want to hear what I got to say. You might want to hear what sometimes with the renters you ain't got to say. You barely want to hear what Viktory got to say. But guess what? In the midst of it all, there is a jewel, and everybody fighting for who got the best marketing, but who's making the best impact. In my opinion, organically, the Renters Union has been doing a great job, and I commend the Renters Union for their morning shows. It shows that they've been producing, the hard work that's been going on the scenes, behind the scenes. Shout outs to you, Viktory. It's not easy. People be laughing at you selling your waters, selling your t-shirts, your stock. You've been doing it for years. You show up. You know what I'm saying? Like when people know you for you. So people know me for me. So many aspects to me, but I'm gonna keep a few great things I'm gonna bring to the public, and y'all gonna recognize me for that.
Thank you, hey. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I grew up in the same neighborhood as they, and one thing they say in a business plan is do the people around you know you for what you do. That's what they say. When you write your business plan, that's one of the things to consider. Do the people around you know what you do? And like he said, everyone who knows Viktory is a hustler, right? And I want to say growing up around, everyone always knew he was the rapper of the hood. You know what I mean? Like a lot of before, now it's like it's a thing to where you got to be a rapper. You got to check a lot more checks. It's not about lyrics and being nice and shit. It's about clout chasing and a lot of fake street credibility and all of this funny shit, right? But A&S checked all the original boxes originally, back in the day, and that meant who's nice. You know what I mean? And this nigga, everyone always knew this nigga was nice. Part of my career. You know what I mean? So salute to you, and I want to thank you for, even though for jumping on this train with Viktory and I 12 years ago, of us even creating chicken and beef.
Yep.
And also the preliminary stages to what's now the Ranters Union and the Iran Network. And you didn't have to do that. We were all men in our own right doing what we were doing.
And nobody didn't get paid, and I had no complaints whatsoever.
Nobody got paid.
I was just, my whole thing is I'm having fun with my brothers. That's my thing. I'm having fun with my brothers.
I'll say this, and this is ego talking a little bit. I'll say this. I always gave niggas ways to get paid. I threw a bunch of events that niggas was making $5, $10, $20 a sale. That I had to put my bread out that I got from working a day job. I had to put my bread into renting a theater, into renting a boat, into renting a loft, into renting all types of shit. And it was always on the table, yo, you sell these tickets, you get your fair cut. It wasn't one of those things to where niggas was just, getting paid off of niggas' work. Nah, it wasn't that at all. For anyone who might be listening and all that, you know what I'm saying? Word.
Yeah. But I had fun in those chicken and beef days, man. That was years ago. That was when my other ex broke up with me. But anyway, I don't know why I keep coming back to these girls. Anyway. Oh man. But because the audience don't know me for having a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Or because there's niggas that knew me for mad years never see me with a female. Not to say I'm not gay or nothing, but I'm just saying there's niggas that know me for 20 something years. You see me with a girlfriend before. A&S see me with a girl.
I've seen you with a few females. I've seen you with a few females. But everybody else only know you for being a hustler.
They only know me for being a hustler. They don't know me.
So they're not supposed to know who you loving at the time.
Exactly. They don't know what my favorite cereal is. Whether you know what I'm saying. They don't know that I don't eat pork and stuff like that. Damn near, huh?
They know that. They know you don't eat no pork.
How you? I mean, you talking about the random nigga in the street?
Yeah, they know that, man. They see the God body paraphernalia and shit. They know that, man. That brother don't eat no pork.
And it's funny too, because I don't really spit my way of life out there like that. I mean, sometimes I do, but yeah, I mean. But then again, that kind of coincide with the whole 9 to 5, because some people that might be watching be like, yo, I want to quit my job, but I can't because I don't want my girl to break up with me. And I told you, my ex, she damn near forced me to get a job. If not, I would have, me and her, we're bye-bye, basically. And I told her, and I was like, yo, and I told my new ex-girlfriend, right? The new girl I was with. Yeah, you didn't know I was with a new girl. I told
I didn't know
her.
that I didn't know you lost a female over her disagreeing with your style of work. I didn't know that.
That was my ex. You know her. You know her already. That was the girl from.
I didn't know you wasn't with somebody because of that. What I'm saying. I absolutely didn't know that.
We were still messing with each other, but after a while, the shit, you know what I mean. But anyway, but my new ex girl, right? While we was together, I told her, "Yo, listen, I love you, but no, because I remember she was like, "Oh, why don't you move in with me?" Blah 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 blah, and you just get a regular job. You know what I'm saying? And you and you help pay half the bills. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, I love you, no, but I'm not gonna live a conventional life. Not even for you. If I'm not gonna live a conventional life for my own mama, why would I do it for you? Like, I mean, I ain't no disrespect to her. I still love her, no. But I'm not doing that for. I mean, and that's the reason why both of these girls fuck with me because of my ambition. Because I'm Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. I felt that they fell in love with Viktory BX Supreme Promoter, but I'm not.
I didn't even get to say what I met you.
But I'm not BX. Go ahead.
When you was at the college, you was out there promoting and selling newspapers. That was an independent publication.
Oh, we talking about Four Corners.
Yeah,
exactly. So I felt like you just fell in love with BX Supreme Promoter. You didn't fell in love with Oyeni. You know what I'm saying? That's my government. I you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you didn't fell in love with Oyeni. You fell in love with BX Supreme Promoter. Then when it was time for so if you felt a certain type of way, or this nigga don't got too much money, or whatever, or he can't buy me new clothes, whatever. I mean, that wasn't the case, but I'm just saying, you know, no, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I feel like I'm too free spirited to have a woman. I'm too free spirited. I'm all over the place.
I don't agree with that, man.
I am because most women are conventional, and I'm not a conventional nigga.
There's a woman out there for you, bro.
For you, right. Don't say that. There is a woman out there for you.
Okay.
And understand that. Listen, matter of fact, I'm gonna say that happened to me too. With one of my exes, she, you can't go to the studio. Everywhere I'm going, I'm getting head or I'm gunning something down. You know what I'm saying? So it came to the point where it's like, okay, now I'm not working. And what happened? Wasn't supportive.
Yeah,
Wasn't supportive.
You see, it's like for example, like I said, these girls met me when the reason why they fuck with me because I'm ambitious, motivational, whatever. But it's like for example, right? Logic, A&S. It's like you meet a girl at a strip club, you know she's a stripper, and then you in a relationship with her, and then you telling her, yo, it's either your strip job, it's either you stop stripping, or me and you ain't gonna be together no more. I would never see. First of all, I wouldn't fuck with a stripper if I knew a girl was a stripper. I wouldn't even commit to a girl who's a stripper. I mess around and date a woman who's a stripper, and you know we could do our thing here and there, you know. But I'm not gonna commit myself to a woman who's a stripper. So of course,
What if you did, you wouldn't do that.
If I did, I would what?
But if you did, you wouldn't ultimatum her like that.
First of all, I wouldn't make a stripper wifey. First of all, I mean.
No. I said, but if you did, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't give them an ultimatum to stop being themselves.
Nah, I wouldn't. Because I'm not the type of person to judge people or knock people's hustle or whatever, or you know. See, I come from a conservative family. I'm not that conservative. Like, you compare me to everybody else in my family, I'm kind of loose. So my family members, they see me as kind of loose. I mean, I've never been to jail or nothing like that. I've never been in trouble on and off, but I'm just a loose type of person compared to people in my family, you know? And I'm not conventional. I just do whatever I do. I'm a freestylist. Not freestylist, I'm free-spirited, you know what I mean? and I make money the best way I can. And my whole thing is to make money from my vision. From my vision. I don't even like money at all. I don't hate it either. It's just, you know, to me, it's just even if I need to get seashells or rocks or pebbles to bring this grind ethic shit to life, then fuck it. I'll gather up pebbles. I'll sell hats for pebbles, okay, or seashells to get to beef up grind ethics. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what I need to beat this shit up. You know, I don't care about the middleman. I don't want to make love to the messenger. I don't want to have sex with the mailman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. But money's the messenger, and people love the messenger. I don't love the messenger. Okay? So.
No, victory preacher, man.
Yeah.
I would say money is a tool, and I hear you. It's not that you don't. It's not that you hate it. That you don't worship it.
I don't worship it. I don't worship it. So I'm gonna ask this question again, y'all. What y'all gonna do? Are you gonna quit your job, or you gonna become a full-time entrepreneur? Yo, fellas, I gotta go right now because I don't want this to be too long. We gotta do this again. Thank you for crashing. Thank you for crashing the party, Logic.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, anybody that like this show, share, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. And if you want to leave a donation, it's up to you. Grind Ethics Cash app. Matter of fact, Logic, promote yourself real quick. How can people get in contact with you just in case they want somebody to, or they might want you to produce a podcast show?
Just you can find me on Instagram at ja_logic. Prefer to hit me up on my professional page for actual podcast production on Instagram. That is I Rant Podcast Studio. And you can also make a page on therantersunion.com, and there you can share your content and also connect with me there. And you can also find a lot of the shows that I do produce on therantersunion.com. And hopefully we'll have Victory there soon. I know Victory ain't got time to wait for me to deal, to get shit together. He got shit to do, so he gonna work in regardless. But eventually, I think we're gonna get Victory over there on that channel too.
Yeah, it's black owned. I gotta do it. It's black owned, bro. I gotta do it. I know you for years. I gotta be on it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. I really do. And yeah, man. And ANS.
Any last words?
Tell them your YouTube page.
I'll get it out later.
True indeed. But that's A.N.S, y'all.
All right.
Look out. Look, he been putting it down. He got older work that y'all can find on YouTube. And we lately we've been jonesing on his oldest work, which is a song on YouTube, which is a music video from 2005 called Far Rockaway. So if y'all look back, when I run down the ANS rabbit hole, you want to start there. Look at the Far Rockaway music video you did on YouTube. A.N.
Basically.
Any spies listening, this nigga's not doing nothing but talking to me on the phone. This nigga's not in the studio. This nigga ain't travel nowhere. You know what I mean? I just patched the phone call through as Victory called me. And Victory just happened to be doing a show.
Yo, I want to tell y'all somebody, y'all people from the Bronx, right? I think this dude, but I don't want to talk about this dude on the show. Anyway, we out. Yo, we out, peoples. And remember, tell a friend to tell a friend. That is all about the motherfucking grind. Basically.